Ayy, look, ayy. I'm in the lab like Dexter, brand new batch he tested. I'm with all the extras, don't try and bitch, I'm pressure. I'm the type to step on steppers, I'm the type to step on steppers. I'm the type to step on steppers, I'm the type to step on steppers.
Let's go ahead and move on to our last topic of tonight's episode, which is the NBA Rookie Watch. We'll go ahead and give an NBA report card, man. Who's been, been watching a lot of basketball this past week. A lot of rookies have been on display. Who's been the best, who's been the worst?
I'm gonna go with my guy B Mill, man. I really like Brandon Miller. He's such a smooth scorer, and I feel like Charlotte is winning their gamble as of right now. They picked him because he's a better fit for that team, that offense, and he's just, you could tell he's poised. He plays with confidence. He plays with swagger, and he's here to show you guys that he's going to be here for a while. He's shooting at a very high percentage. He's not shooting shots that are wild and outrageous. He's getting to his spots, and he's playing with grit, and that's one thing that Charlotte is missing. Sometimes I forget Charlotte's an NBA team, man. Like, just a bunch of young cats, young personalities, fun people on that team. And I feel like Brandon Miller is, even though he's young too, but he's given another face to look at and bringing more seriousness and eyes to that team. And I'm really liking Brandon Miller so far.
Well, he's getting to the spots.
For me, it's been two guys really. Number one from OKC, Chet Holmgren. Like, I've been preaching about Chet for multiple years now, 2 years ever since I saw him at Gonzaga. Like, you don't get 7-footers with that type of mobility and that type of length and just not think that they would not be destructive, to an offense. Like, he's come in and he had a game where he had 7 blocks against the Cavs. Like, he's just been utterly destructive on the defensive end. Like, the guy's length has just been bothering teams. Tonight, I was watching them against the Pistons, and it felt like guys like Ivy and Cade Cunningham and Jalen Duren all struggled when they'd seen Chet at the rim because he's such a deterrent, and that's the importance of having a rim protector. On top of that, his offense has been a plus. The guy moves very smooth. He's a good outside shooter. Above the break, he can put the ball onto the floor, and he gets to the cup. Like, I feel like this guy's skill set just complements Shea and complements that entire OKC roster and exactly what they want to do. So I've just been proud to see what Chet's been able to do. The guy's been tearing it up, in terms of what he's been brought to this OKC team. And then my second guy is Ausar Thompson from the Pistons, man. The guy's just a role play. When you talk about a guy coming in knowing his role, this is a guy that came in and knows his role.
Sheet stuffer.
The guy's been averaging 10 rebounds, 2 blocks, and 2 steals. Like, he's just been everywhere with his team. And on top of that, his passing has been good. And that's what I like about these Thompson twins, man. Like, you could tell that they pay attention to the game a lot. They're not trying to do too much. Even the men, it's been a bit of a struggle to start off, but they don't try to do too much. They do exactly what they're able to do. And Ausar, whatever the team has been asking Ausar to do, he's done. I saw him go from guarding Zach LaVine to the next night today guarding Shea. And every single time I've seen him in possession, he's competing with these guys. Like, he's not backing down from nobody. I like what I've been able to see from him. Like, he's just been all over the floor. And role players like that, man, you just got to appreciate, because you don't get guys that are averaging 10 rebounds, 2 blocks, and 2 steals, and already a top 5 wing defender in their first year. It is only 1 week, but this guy's just been phenomenal.
Those are the ones that's going to last, man. Like, the way those twins play, and it's like, know your role for now, because your role is only going to get bigger and more important as we go, man. And just that whole Pistons team in general. Like,
you
have
a bunch of dogs.
Jalen Duren's kind of ridiculous.
Beast. He's a freaking nature. Even he might even lack size compared to other big men, but he doesn't lack physical ability, movement.
He's like 19 too. It's crazy.
And he's a child. He's a child. Who else? Cade Cunningham. I mean, all those debates, Jalen Green, Cade Cunningham, I think we're starting to realize they're 2 different players. One has the potential to be one of the most elite scorers in the league. One has the potential to be one of the best point guards in the league. It's 2 different levels. So, but what I like about Cade Cunningham is he has veteran swagger, and that's helping the Thompson twin, and that's helping Duren, and just that whole team, man. I feel like Jaden Ivey, he's gonna find his way in. I don't want to count him out yet. Like, we're too quick to count out the young Bulls.
He had a good game today as well. He had 20 points.
Back-to-back very solid game.
Yeah.
He had 16 the night before. So
Ivey's becoming a very solid 6-man.
That's what they need. You know, he might have to be that. His career trajectory might be like Malik Monk's in a few.
The thing is, all like the issue where it came from Jaden Ivey was trying to adjust to playing Cade. I think that's why they decided to bring him off the bench, because last year when Cade was out, he was running the point guard, and so that's where he was a little bit more natural being able to play. It's kind of a hybrid point guard, shooting guard, and then now Cade came back and they're just like, well, let's adjust his role. And when he's coming off the bench, he's not really overlapping with Cade. He gets to run the offense in of himself. So I think that's where he kind of finds his benefit. And that could be a role for him, where he's coming off the bench averaging 18, 19, giving the 5 assists. And that could be the punch that they need.
Might be future 6th man of the year, man. I'm telling you, bro.
I kind of want to
he's having that Malik Monk trajectory, bro. His career.
I kind of want to switch gears to another rookie. I mean, I'm not watching the Trailblazers, but I kind of want to get a glimpse. I don't know if you guys are watching them, get a synopsis of what's going on with Scoot.
You reading my mind, man. I was just gonna ask that, man. Scoot's struggling. What's going on?
What's going on with him?
I think it's just for Scoot, one of the bigger issues is just the adjustment to NBA play. I think point guards, historically, when the initial part of just getting into the NBA, it's different for Brandon Miller. I'm gonna give him his credit. The guy has been playing really, really solid, but at the same time, Brandon Miller's role is not necessarily advanced in what they're asking him to do. He's attacking closeouts where LaMelo Ball is driving for him. He's hitting his outside shots. He's doing what's necessary of him. Scoot Henderson's being tasked with running an NBA offense. And I think for rookie guards, especially point guards, that's a bit tough. You saw Cade Cunningham struggle initially when he got into the league. That first week, he really, really struggled. You saw LaMelo Ball struggle as well. You saw Lonzo Ball struggle as well. You saw a bunch of these guys when they first entered the league. Darius Garland got voted one of the worst point guards in the entire NBA, his rookie season, which I feel like it was a crazy thing to say because of how talented Darius Garland is. I think for Scoot, one of the issues has been is his jump shot, his outside jump shot. He's been a little bit more reliant than I thought he'd be. He's going to it a little bit too much. When he's gone to the basket, that's where he's found success. And so I think for him, it's just the adjustment of being a point guard and understanding NBA offense. It takes guys time when they're the point guard. I mean, Jamal Murray, he missed his first 17 shots when he got into the NBA. I think that was a rookie. That was a record for a rookie. And so it takes guys time to kind of get adjusted and get an idea. When he attacks and he's aggressive, and I think the decisiveness, that's where you'll see Scoot Henderson start to get better and pick things up. I think people are already rushing to conclusions and having victory laps after 3 games or 4 games where they're talking about, well, you look at the Hornets are proven right. Brandon Miller's a good player. I don't think anybody said that, but we're talking about Scoot Henderson's ceiling and who he is as a player. And I think if people give him enough time and allow him to grow into that role of being a point guard. And on top of that, Chauncey Billups is an absolute clown. I don't know what the Trailblazers are doing, because how can you have a lineup of Robert Williams and DeAndre Ayton are on the floor at the same time? What the hell is that?
It's a clock tape.
And nobody has talked about why is Matisse Thybulle starting for this team. I just don't get it. Why is Matisse? He is a net negative on offense. I don't know why he's playing there. They should have Shaedon Sharpe there. So for Scoot, it's just the adjustment. I think once he understands that he needs to stop being reliant on his outside jump shot, things are get easier for him.
That's an amazing, sorry to cut you off. That's an amazing breakdown right there. I agree with you 100%. Wow. And what you said about Brandon Miller is 100% true, and his role that he's playing right now, it does not affect anything that he's brought into the league.
He's done exactly what he's needed to do.
He's doing exactly what he needed to do, and also in the same way getting those same looks that he was getting in college. So it's all just transition. They're not asking Brandon Miller to do anything that he hasn't done before, attack closeouts. Be able to shoot whenever the ball gets to you. Yeah.
Be aggressive when you get the chance. Versus Scoot Henderson, where he's running an NBA offense and stuff like that for a rookie guard, it gets confusing, man. Stuff like that, it's an adjustment. Darius Garland, Cade Cunningham, LaMelo Ball, Lonzo Ball, Jamal Murray. You can keep going to the list of guys that struggled in it. John Morant in the beginning of the year. Trae Young. We saw what Trae Young looked like in the summer league his rookie season. I mean, the guy was downright awful. People are saying, this guy's going to be a bust.
I think Derrick Rose had a bad summer league too.
So it takes guys adjustment to understand NBA speed. Scoot probably came in thinking I'm more athletic than these guys, but at the end of the day, the NBA is full of athletic guys. Scoot Henderson's an amazing athlete, but it's going to take him time to adjust to how an NBA offense works.
Man, aside from all those other rookies, man.
What about Victor? Yeah, I was about to say. We have about him. How do we feel about his week 1?
He's number
I ain't gonna
0.
lie, but it feels like the Spurs' offense is hilarious, bro. Like
Hey,
I can't count how many times this guy has a cross match, right? He sets a screen, he has a smaller guy on him.
And they
All
don't
you
pass
see
it
is
to him.
Keldon Johnson take a fucking jump shot. I don't know why.
They don't pass it to him.
Devin Vassell, I can respect. Devin Vassell passes him the ball.
Nah,
But Keldon Johnson, bro, what the hell is going on, bro?
Yeah, KJ and Sohan are
against the
nasty
Rockets-
players.
Against the
Yeah.
Rockets, right? Against the Rockets, there's like 4 or 5 opportunities where they just could have threw the oop to him and they just played him off.
Yeah.
Literally just played him off. I think Pop called a timeout and just got mad. He was like, bro, just throw the ball to him. He's wide open every single time. I'm just like, sooner or later, they're going to find the rhythm. They're going to start finding him a lot more. But, I mean,
Also, on the defensive end, it's been kind of an adjustment for like a guy like that because like he's like 7'5", obviously 7'4". We know that, and so like in his mind, he's thinking, "Yo, I can block any shot." And and foul trouble has been an issue for him, you know, in a lot of these games because he's thinking like, "What the hell? I'm 7'3". I've blocked a ton of guys before. Rockets game, or was it with the Mavs game? He got in foul trouble. He got like it's an issue. It's gonna be something that corrects. It's the same thing for Chet today. Chet had some foul trouble issues just because when you're a young rim protector, you're gonna get excited at the idea of trying to block everything. Like you're gonna say, "I'm gonna block that guy and block him." And so for Wemby, it's been an all right debut. I think
what I'm seeing from
he showed
the
some
first
moments.
they're letting him switch on everything. I feel like he doesn't have to switch on everything. He can just
he got to be a roamer, if anything. Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't need to switch on the point guard. He doesn't need to follow the shooting guard every time there's a screen coming or something like that. Let the guard go through. Let him try to fight through the screen. If it does come to a switch, then switch. But if it just sit back, relax, see what the offense gives you as an option, then play it like that. But the foul trouble, it's surprisingly it is an issue. But I mean, 15 right now is a 15-7 and like 2 blocks. He's playing pretty well.
Pretty good.
Him and Chet average literally like the same amount of stats. It's 15-7 and 2 blocks. And I feel like they're playing pretty good. And those are the 2 rookies for me. Like I said, they're 1A, 1B rookie of the year, and Chet's playing phenomenal. I feel like on the defensive side of the ball, he's showing a lot. So, shout out to him.
It's just a lot of growing pains for the San Antonio Spurs because obviously these guys have never played with a player like Victor Wembanyama just based off his size and his height and everything like that. And I feel like the one thing that I like to see moving forward from this team is just the fact that, Victor Wembanyama needs more touches, man. Obviously he took about 19 shots in that Houston game, but that first game when he was dealing with foul trouble, even when he was out there on the floor, he really wasn't getting a lot of looks. And this past game against the Clippers, only 10 shots. I feel like Greg Popovich has to stop easing him into this offense. Victor Wembanyama is his best player, and they need to, build an offense around his best player. And I think that's just only gonna grow as the season goes on. As the games go on, he's gonna get more and more touches. And I feel like, right now he's sitting at 15 points per game, but I think at the end of the season or at some point in December, January, he could easily be touching about 18, 20 points per game just based on the fact that there's absolutely no guy that can guard him. Like you mentioned, Big Ish, they just start throwing these easy oops. It's the easy free 2 buckets, man. You just get back down on the court, start playing defense again.
Record a new hit, then we making us a film. Wouldn't sign a deal if I got a couple mil. Been in the lab, now they throwing out deals. Me and now Lake, now that's overkill.